Good morning. What a day today is going to be once again. Welcome to the Sports Update Show. I'm Vic here from Vic and Burn Sports Chat. I hope you guys are all doing well. See, there's a few people in the chat already. The vote is doing well. Fantastic. My question was, how do you rate Manchester United's transfer window? 13% think very good. 33% think good. 38% think average. And 16% thinks poor. Well, we'll all know at the end of the season how that was. Let me just put that away. There you go. So, I see High Life is there already this morning. There you go. That's our topics for today. Yeah, maybe some things will change. We're flexible. It's all fluid. Good morning, Vern. Had a late night last night. I was with Hamish from Kiwi Lads. We were recording something. We started at 10 o'clock and we finished at 12:30 in the morning. So yeah, it was a long one. We talked about a lot of things. It was a great thing. Good morning, Ronnie. Guys, we're well on our way to 85,000. So remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. But let's get into it this morning because lots to get through. And we're going to do something for High Life this morning. We are going to start with the Major League Baseball. Why does that Braves Phillies result not come up? That is actually very annoying. I know why, because there is no result there. They didn't play. So, yeah, not the most intelligent start to the morning. The Marlins lost to the Nationals 2-0. The Mets beat the Tigers. Okay. The Mets beat the Tigers 10-8. The Blue Jays lost to the Reds 5-4. The Red Sox win again 6-4 to the Guardians. The Astros beat the Angels. The White Sox beat the Twins 6-5. The Athletics thrashed the Cardinals 11-3. The Braves Phillies didn't play. Don't worry about that. The Braves did play against the Cubs and they lost 7-6. The Phillies played against the Brewers and they won 10-8. The Giants spanked the Rockies 8-2. The Orioles beat the Padres 4-3. The Mariners lost to the Tampa Bay Rays 2-10. And the Texas Rangers beat the Arizona Diamondbacks. Good morning, Marnus. There you go. Yes, good morning. So let's have a quick look at the table. Let's start with the National League. And remember, the top 6 would make the playoffs. The top 3 directly. The others got to go through what you call wild card. So the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Mets are the wild card teams at the moment. And it's looking good for them because they've got a nice 4-game lead there. So that's great. Then we move to the American League, which will make High Life very, very happy. Yeah, look, the Tigers, the Blue Jays, and the Yankees are in, but you got to go all the way down to the Texas Rangers, maybe even the Kansas City Royals. They all have a chance to still get in there. I mean, you're only 3 games behind. If you're the Boston Red Sox, you win 3 games. Detroit and Toronto lose a few games, and all of a sudden, Boston or the Yankees could be the number 1 team. Got to get a first-round bye. You want to win the division. There you go. A little bit of NFL. I will be doing a big NFL update show on Thursday evening. Morning Isa, because we're going to have a Thursday night football game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, and around about 10 o'clock Central European time. So that should be for you at about 8 o'clock in the morning there, High Life. I will be doing a big NFL show. Hope you join me for that. Should be around about a 2-hour show, so it's going to be long. Then, High Life, are you sitting down? Are you ready for this? The WNBA did play yesterday, and the Mystiques beat the Sparks 93-76. The Wings lost to the Lynx 71-96, and the Sparks are playing quite a lot of games, and the Sparks beat the Storm 91-85. Yeah, but that's good, man. That's good. I think he was just too much. Give me fever in the morning. There you go. A little bit of college football. Look, why am I bringing up TCU? That is Texas Christian University against North Carolina, the Tar Heels. Why am I mentioning that? Because the coach of the Tar Heels, the greatest football coach that ever lived, the GOAT of coaches, Bill Belichick, after all those years, the Patriots, he's actually the coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels now. I don't know why he's doing it to himself, going to college, but they got thrashed in his first college game yesterday. So I thought I'd mention that. There we go. Then we got to talk about Bayer Leverkusen. We got to talk about this man, Meneer Ten Hag. Goeiemorgen, Meneer Ten Hag. Maybe it's not a goeiemorgen, maybe it's a kak morning from Eric Ten Hag, because he got sacked in the morning. He got sacked yesterday morning by Leverkusen after 3 games. 2 games in the Bundesliga. Two games in the Bundesliga. I don't think it was result-oriented. I think there was a bigger issue there. I think he was very unhappy. They were just selling players and not buying any players. So, Bill's good, man. But things have changed. So Ten Hag looking for a new job. He was sacked. Just thought I'd mention that this morning. Let's have a look at some transfers, because there's a lot of transfers. And I haven't taken all the teams. I'll do some more teams tomorrow. There was so much going on. It was one of the bigger transfer deadlines yesterday. So let's go into it. Arsenal. What did Arsenal do? Well, they brought in Piero Hincapié from Leverkusen, another Leverkusen player. I mean, they lost Wirtz, they lost Hincapié, they lost Frimpong. I mean, they've lost their best players. Boniface went to Werder Bremen. I mean, unbelievable. And Vieira, he's out at Arsenal. He went on loan somewhere. So yeah, that's if you're looking, that is your Arsenal. That's your Arsenal setup for the transfer window. I think Arsenal on whole had a good transfer window. I mean, they brought in Gokares, they brought in Subamendi, doing well. They've got some good defenders that they brought in. Then we move on to the next team, and that is Aston Villa. And listen here, they brought in. I'm going to put it right out there like that. I'll put all 3 players that they've brought. They brought in Sancho on loan from Manchester United. They've taken Victor Lindelof, is signed for Aston Villa. His contract ran out at United, and they've got Harvey Elliott from Liverpool on loan. So Aston Villa doing a little bit of business at the end of the season. Just to, they needed to. They're not doing well. Then we'll talk about Bournemouth. What has Bournemouth done? I memean, Bournemouth brought in 2 players yesterday. They brought in Alex Jimenez, and they brought in Veličko Milosavljevic. Do not know too much about these players, but exciting times. Bournemouth's a good club in any case, always having good players, and they always seem to find a way. Then we're going to move on. Of course, we got to talk about Liverpool. And look, I'm going to just change the mode here. Yes, it has happened. The record Premier League signing of all times. £130 million they signed Alexander Isak, and I was going to tell you now, it's not going to work. I don't know. What are they going to do with Ekitike now? They bought him for big money. They spent over 400 million. I don't know if this works. I don't know where people come and tell me that Isak is like the greatest flipping thing since sliced bread. I think he's a good striker, but I still think Haaland's better. Then they wanted to sign this man, Margay. And you know what? He went to Liverpool. He did his medical. And just before the contract needed to be signed, Crystal Palace cut the deal because they couldn't get the man they needed to replace him. So they said, bugger it, you're not off. And most probably now going to earn no money for him because he runs out of contract in the summer. There you go. Vic, we got Isaac, but I think Margay was more important than Isaac. I'd have saved the money on this man. But, that's just Liverpool. We'll see, at the end of the day, at the end of the season, you'll know what was good and what was good, Man City, Man City. They brought in John Luigi Donnarumma. Edison is off. Trafford will become the new number 2, and they lost Manuel Akanji. He has gone off to Italy to enjoy the nice life, good food, pasta. He's left Man City, and he's gone to Inter Milano. So that is that's Man City news there for you this morning. Then, last but not least, we are going to talk about my club. There you go, my club, Manchester United. So we got Sene Lammens The goalkeeper, which was very much needed. I mean, we really needed that player. So now we got more goalkeepers and we've got midfielders in our books now, because now we've got Onana Banana there. We've got Bahinda here, blind. I call him Blinder here because he's flippy, doesn't see what he's doing. And then we still got the old man Tom Heaton. I actually think this kid should be number 1. Heaton should be number 2, and the other 2 can go play for the juniors or the reserves. But the most important thing for Man U yesterday was not what came in. I mean, yes, we needed a goalkeeper, but Anthony, ciao ciao, Hoyland, bye bye, Sancho, ciao ciao. So we got rid of a few players yesterday. Some options to buy there with Hoyland. Hoyland off to Naples. Yeah, they're obligated to buy at the end of the season for 38 million. We get 21 million from Anthony with a 50% sell-on clause. Sanchez just been loaned out to Aston Villa. You have no idea. That's all right. Don't worry about it, man. So yeah, what I call the shit squad. We got rid of Anthony, Sancho, Rashford. Who else was in Garnacho? So that, yeah, United cleaned house this summer a little bit with that's why my question on how you thought the transfer window was. I'm torn between average and good. I just thought we should have had a midfielder in there as well, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Then we move on. Let's get rid of the transfers there. We move on because we do have a little bit of tennis to get into this morning. So we'll start with the ladies. It was very all straightforward yesterday. Iga Swiatek straight sets beat Alexandrova 6-3, 6-1. Amanda Anisimova of the US beat Beatriz Haddad Maia of Brazil 6-love, 6-3. Then we have I can leave both out there. There you go. Naomi Osaka destroyed Coco Gauff 6-3, 6-2. Karolina Muchova beat Kuzyuk 6-3, 7-6, 6-3. Djokovic still going, yes, Djokovic still going. Then have a look at the bracket. This is your quarterfinals for your ladies. So it is the world number 1, Sabalenka, still in there. She's going to play Bondressova. Peluga, the number 4, is going to play against Krejcikova. Muchova will play against Osaka. And Swiatek, why do they say to be decided? Let me have a look there. That shouldn't be right. Who's she going to play against? Azimova. There you go. So, yeah, Azimova will play against Swiatek. There's still 2 American girls in there. I think it's going to be Sabalenka knows Osaka, because Naomi Osaka's looking good. Yeah, news about boxing? No, but tell me, that's what you guys are here for. Then at the side of the men, very straightforward. Sinner beats Bublik 6-1, 6-1, 6-1. Lorenzo Musti beats Manur 6-3, 6-love, 6-1. Alexander Demure beat our Swiss boy Leandro Redley, but well done to Redley. Came through the qualification, had a great tournament. 6-3, 6-2, 6-1. Looks like Parker fighting some other clown. Okay. Then Felix Auger Alizime beat Andrei Rublev 7-6, 6-3, 6-4. Usyk claims injured. Okay, all right, okay. Look at the bracket there for the men. So we're going to have an Italian and all pasta duel. That's going to be spaghetti bolognese against, I don't know, spaghetti pomodoro. Sinner against Musti. Auger will take on Demure, Djokovic and Fritz. That should be a good one. And Lehek against Alcaraz. I'm going Alcaraz, Fritz, Auger, and I'm hoping for Musti, man. I'm hoping for Musti. He'll have vacated Okay, all right, okay. Let me just have a quick look. What else? Of course, we got the EuroBasket, the results from yesterday. And Montenegro beat Sweden 87-81. Turkey thrashed Estonia 84-64. Germany. Jawohl, the Germans, they are marching on. They destroyed Great Britain. I mean, you got to have a fucking Great Britain team. You can't even have England or Scotland on their own, and they still are dog shit. 120-57. For me, Germany's still favourite to win this tournament. Latvia beat Portugal 78-62. Finland lost 78-81 to Lithuania. And Serbia had no problems with the Czech Republic. Games coming up today. Greece take on Bosnia-Herzegovina. Belgium take on Israel. Iceland take on Slovenia. Cyprus face off against Georgia. The big one, Italy, España. And France against Poland. I think Poland favorites to win that one. Let me just look. Parker is mandatory challenger. I'm generally angry. Okay, all right. Settle down there, Beavers. Don't forget, on the weekend we have some Curry Cup fixtures. Join us this afternoon for the DEFCON Rugby. We'll update you on some stuff. Just talking about rugby. Listen here, like I mentioned before, me and Hamish had a session yesterday. That video will come out during the day. Hamish will put it out there, so check it out. I'll make a copy of it, stick it on our platform as well. It was, we talked about our Springbok lineups, and we actually agreed on quite a lot. I think on like about 80% of the team we agreed on. We're both looking forward to the game. All Blacks on top, yeah, maybe. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting weekend, and we have already made a date for that. After the game, we'll be hooking up with each other there and talking about it. So that's kind of. I hope I didn't forget anything this morning. That's kind of our morning show for today. 16 minutes in the book. Yeah, was a good one. Guys, have a great day. See you guys later. And don't forget, big week coming up. NFL preview. NFL starts. I'll start off. The big game just started all off with Dallas against the Philadelphia. So it's going to be interesting. You guys have a good one. Stay healthy, and I'll see you later, man. Ciao, ciao.